How are you, James?
I'm well, mate. You?
Yeah, good to be here finally. I feel as though it's been sort of a long time coming and a journey.
It has been a journey. It's taken a lot of planning, a lot more organisation than I think we first thought. Starting something up. Well, I can only speak for myself here, really, mate. But you've done fuck all, and trying to organise this whole situation.
A whole lot of fuck all, yeah.
You've been doing a great job though out in the F2 field there. So you're hacking around. You're a little bit busier than I am on the sort of weekend front these days.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know this, James, but I do this thing. It's sort of a hobby, I suppose you could say. We race cars. You know what they are?
F something, right?
F2,
yeah,
I
along
think.
those lines. Yeah,
something like that. And so I'm not the most organised of people. I think I'll be the first to admit that.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to back it up.
Thanks, mate.
But no, it has been good, and so we're excited about it. Obviously, this has kind of started out of something that we conceived, if you will, over a sort of dinner
in a bathroom of a Jimmy's.
Yeah, so we're in the loo at the Bulgaria Hotel restaurant, and,
conceiving this podcast.
Yeah, we just watched a little bit of Kiwi fishing show down there, and we thought, let's start an Instagram page for your food blog.
Well, you see, I'd always had the idea of having a platform that I could speak my mind. You know,
too right.
And I also love food. Food is the best thing about life, maybe. Maybe it is the best thing about life. No exaggeration at all.
Well, you need it.
And you certainly do. And I think that paired with my wild imagination, I thought, why not start a food blog?
Yeah.
But I also wanted to keep it very low-key. I didn't want to tell anyone about it because, of course, you know, when everyone jumps on board, it just becomes less fun.
Love getting involved, don't they?
They do. Yeah. They like sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. Yeah. So, and which doesn't really back up the reason why we're sort of doing a podcast.
It doesn't at all, no, because you'd have thought that given that last statement, we'd want to sort of keep ourselves to ourselves. But no, we've decided to throw our personalities out there on the internet for everyone to judge and see.
Yeah. So
and go, who the fuck is that other guy?
So this is the yeah, nah, g'day, if you're wondering. And
this is the intro. This is where we kind of loosen up, get into the episode, and it usually happens at the end of the episode. And I say usually, this being our first one. We've had a couple of great guests on the show today. It's I'm sure the listeners will be looking forward to it. They'll read from the titles itself. The great Clement Novelak and some bloke who's in F2, Felipe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so
easy to forget that name.
Yeah, he's not doing too much this year, but good on him. He's out there having a fair old red hot crack, mate. So
fair play to him, mate.
Him for that.
Yeah.
So,
but you know, standard for us, you know, I mean, standard being our first episode, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
We arrive,
as is the norm.
We arrive half an hour late, don't we?
Yeah. So look, a lot of people sort of take the hosting thing a little bit too seriously, I think. Whereas if we sort of tell the guests, look, get there at 4 o'clock, that's when this thing kicks off.
Right.
It's only right we show up at 4:25. And ask our guests to go and do a beer run.
Yeah.
Because all we've brought is 2 bottles of tequila and a bag of ice.
Yeah, so the idea of it, I guess, was again to, you know, show
the piss.
All right, yeah, take the piss to, hey, I'm a serious guy, you know.
You're a serious guy, but I wouldn't go as far as calling you a serious broadcaster.
I'm a seriously weird guy.
You are.
Yeah.
You and I both.
Well, you're a Kiwi, so naturally you are.
Yeah.
But
too right.
You know, this is sort of the backstage of a driver's life, if you will.
It's a sort of fly on the wall.
And it's funny because 3 hours ago I was on track.
Yes.
Was it 3? I don't know. I'm not
3 hours and 19 tequilas.
What were you doing 3 hours ago, mate?
I was watching you on track. Absolutely heroic.
My condolences.
Heroic drive through to P8 there. Looked like you had about as much company as somebody in incarceration in Guantanamo Bay. Once you cleared old Enzo there with a nice little move, and then from there on in, mate, you and Nigel no mates. I didn't see anyone in your postcode for basically the entire race, except for when your teammate passed you at the end.
Oh, mate.
And
brutal. I feel violated after. All right, yeah, go on.
Yeah, but well, hey, no.
Hey, don't hold back, mate. Tell me how you really feel, Jesus.
Well, Baku was a fucking disaster, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
no.
At least I didn't take him out
I
today.
don't mean to dwell on old injuries, but as we'll cover in the episode today,
Yeah.
you're sort of looking ahead to Austria, somewhere you've gone pretty well before. But hey, I don't want to get in too much into the nitty gritty,
Yeah.
and that, if you will. I want to sort of, how are you feeling, mate? Are you feeling positive?
Yeah.
Healthy these days? Healthy? Sort of feeling.
Well, seeing as it is a sort of a food show, I mean, I've spent 4 to 5 days in the paddock.
In Milton Keynes, which is known as the sort of cuisine capital of the United Kingdom.
Yes, well, I wish. I feel ill, to be fair. I'm looking forward to spending at least 48 hours here in London.
Yeah.
Get some decent avocado in me, and
get some decent kai moana.
Yeah, sure, yeah, and you know what? We have Austria next week, so it's
strudel.
It's a quick turnaround, and hey, the old the old high tech team's in form.
Oh yeah,
and life's good, mate. There's nothing to complain about.
No, mate, you and me both.
Here, living the dream, mate. Just
flying high.
Yeah, exactly.
Flying high. Well, hey, let's kick into the episode, shall we?
So today
got the boys on.
Yeah,
got the boys on. Clemo and the other bloke, as I mentioned before. So yeah, no, it should be good.
Yeah. So two very competitive blokes. Happy though because they let their hair down and just chilled out. Now, as you'll learn as the show progresses, the magic word is Tyre, and it doesn't count because I'm saying it now.
I'll give you that. We're setting down the sandstone ground rules.
The ground rules. If you say Tyre on the show, you need to take a shot of tequila.
And I'll just give a bit of background on that. The reason being, no one in the history of ever has been interested in hearing about Tyre.
No.
It's the most boring conversation topic. It's Tyre. Oh, my engine mapping was all over the place. Did you see? It's garbage.
Least of all, it's Screaming Meals fans.
No one wants.
They want to hear the truth.
We want to hear the truth, and let's make no further.
And we are the world's honesty brokers, and we're here to.
It's a service we offer.
Yeah. All right. So let's kick into it. Thanks,
Enjoy.
boys.